Hi, and welcome back to Skincare and Makeup 101. So in our last recording, this will be recording number 9. So in our last recording, we talked about highlighting, we've talked about foundations, the eyebrows, concealer. So today I want to talk about, we did discuss the eyeshadows, but now I want to talk about a cut crease. So the cut crease is basically once you put on eyeshadow as a base on your eyelid, then you come back with concealer to make sure you cut the crease to add a more pigmented color that stands out. So as you can see, I probably look a little crazy to you right now. So this is what you would see as a cut crease. So if I come in a little closer, you'll see where I have eyeshadow on. I use it as a base here. And then I came back over with some concealer, okay? So I already did this eye, and so I'm gonna take some concealer. Again, I'm using Juvia's Place. This is number 13. You want a color that is, a couple of shades brighter than your skin tone. So I'm gonna use this as my concealer. So I'm gonna take my Doppler, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand, okay? So put it on just like that. So as you can see, it's a couple of shades brighter. I'm going to take my mirror so I can get a closer up look to my eye. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that foundation. You want to use a flat brush so that you can put it on there kind of smooth. Okay, so I'm going to do this eye, and hopefully if I turn this way, you can see it a little better. So I want to start all the way in. And I have a hooded lid, which means when I open my eye, you can see that fold down in here. That's considered a hooded lid. So if you're a person that have a hooded lid, you have to do your cut crease above. So you want to kind of go above that, that area where the skin kind of folds down. So, and I'm not going to do a whole cut crease, kind of just like half of my eyelid. And I kind of look and make sure that they're kind of the same height. It doesn't have to be exact, but you kind of want to make sure that they're right in there together so that you have the same application on both eyes. So what I'm doing now is just kind of checking to see that I have the same kind of measurements on both eyes. So just kind of going up. So as you can see, that's probably about the same. So that's a cut crease. So once you put on your cut crease, and I'm gonna wipe this extra makeup off my hand, you want to allow time for your cut crease to dry. Okay, so it takes a few minutes to let it dry. You can use a fan or something of the sort, and as you can see, it's I have like halfway on my eyelid. So what you want to do after you have put it on your eyelid, you want to take some of your setting powder. So as again, I talked about setting powder. Once you put your concealer on under your eyes and you use a translucent or banana kind of color for your setting. So I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit, I'm just kind of dabbing some of the extra powder off, okay? And so what I want to do is, I want to take and I just want to dab that powder right on top of that cut crease. Okay, I'm just kind of dabbing it on there because I want that powder to soak up that the wetness of that concealer. So again, I'm just taking a little bit. Don't put too much off. Okay, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna dab on here. Okay, just like that. And you don't want to press hard, very lightly. And make sure you get all of it because it's gonna matter when you get ready to put your eyeshadow on. Okay, so after you've done that, as you can see, I kind of have some powder on the cut crease part. And so now I'm going to start in, and I thought this time, since I've been kind of using neutral colors, that we would use a bright color for the ones that like color. So for this purpose, I'm going to use Juvia's palette. This is the Zulu palette by Juvia's. And this is the palette that I'm going to use. Isn't that pretty? So colorful. Okay. So for this look, I'm going to, let's see. I am going to, and it's important to find the right brush that you're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to start off with kind of a flat brush here, as you can kind of see, because I want to pack that color into the eye. So let's see. Maybe I will use, I'm trying to decide what color I want to use. So let's say we go with maybe a orange. Okay, so I'm going to use this color right here. I'm going to use this kind of orange color. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. You kind of want to just hit your brush a little bit. As you can see, the extra kind of comes off. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of pack that into this area right here. And you'll see that that color is showing up very pigmented because I put concealer to cut the crease. Okay. Okay, you see that? So I'm just cutting the crease with this color. And I'm not painting the whole area because I'm actually going to use another crease for the other part of the crease. So let me do the other eye. And we're just going to be colorful today. We're going to try these vibrant colors. So as you can see, I'm just doing only half of what I did the crease with because I'm going to come in with another color. So, and we're pretty much just going to brush that out a little bit. Okay. Make sure that it's fully covered in that little area. Okay. So now that I have that in there, I'm going to come in with another color. And let's try maybe, let's try, and this is another brush because I don't want to use the same brush. You want to make sure that you keep your brushes separate, especially like for vibrant colors. So I will probably use, maybe let's use this turquoise blue here, right up under the orange, okay? And I just want to use vibrant colors to show you that you can be really, really creative with your makeup. And so this is a good way to, if you want colors to kind of, you know, stand out, this is a good way. Okay. So see, I went in and added that orange to, I'm sorry, the kind of turquoise purple to the other half of that cut crease. Okay. And so you would choose whatever color you wanted. Like I said, it's best to buy eyeshadow that's very pigmented because you can be really, really, creative as far as the colors that you would like to use. So if you have some colors that you really want to pop on your eyelid, it's best to use a cut crease. And so you can see where I've added the blue. And so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use another brush that doesn't have any makeup on it. So like I have a brush here, and it's kind of a fluffer brush. So you just kind of want to take that and you just kind of want to whisk. Not hard, just kind of whisk because you want to blend it a little bit. Okay, and that's all I'm doing. And you may have to go back and add a little color because you do want to blend it. You don't want hard lines. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending this out. And like here, I can see where I'm gonna have to add some blue or turquoise back in. So, and that's okay. You just want to blend it, make sure that it's blended, transitioning into the other color very well. Okay. So I'm gonna go back in with just a little more blue. Get all that. Okay, so I've added a little more blue, and I actually think I'm going to take a different kind of flush because that has kind of an angle to it, as you can see. So I'm going to take one that doesn't have an angle and try to blend. Okay. Okay, so now that I've kind of blended that out and got rid of the hard lines, I can now kind of go in and add my color on the end. So I'm gonna go in with probably let's see, from this palette. So I'll go in with this brown color and I'll go in and put that on the end. Okay. I just want to kind of pack that in there and then I'm gonna blend it. So I'll go ahead and do the other side, pack it in and blend. Okay, so now that I have that in there, I'm gonna go back with the blending brush that I had before and I'm gonna just kind of blend that on in to the other side. So that, like I said, I don't have any harsh lines between the blue and the brown. So you're just kind of blending. Not hard, very light, because you don't want to take a lot of your color off. So you just kind of blend really, really light. And then I kind of give it a, a little small little wisp. And I do the overall eye, but not too, just very light. Okay. And as you can see, I go from orange to turquoise to the brown. And so this brush didn't have any color on it. So you kind of want to take it and just give it a final little brush to where your colors blend. Okay, and as you can see, that's a blend. Okay, that's a blend. And sometimes you may have to keep, blending until you get that smooth effect. But that's basically how you do a cut crease to make colors pop. So that's the tutorial on cut crease. And I will see you next time, and we'll go with the next step on completed and complete looks. See you next time. Bye.